Fierce.
Chaos erupted in Mike Tyson's training camp when he unleashed a powerful left hook on his sparring partner, sending him reeling into the ropes as preparations intensified for his fight with Jake Paul on November 15th. The scene was cut short by Tyson's coach Rafael Cordero, who intervened, but the 58-year-old Tyson fired up and pushed to keep going, exclaiming that he had a lot left to give.
1, that's tight. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 4, 5.
Nice left hook. Up.
The upcoming match has stirred debate in the boxing world, with fans eager to see whether Tyson's iconic power and skill will be enough to overcome the generational gap in the ring. Mike Tyson, renowned as Iron Mike, has recently criticized Jake Paul as manufactured as their highly anticipated match approaches. At 58, Tyson faces concerns from fans over his age and physical health, but he insists he's in top fighting condition. Tyson, who last fought professionally in 2005 against Irish heavyweight Kevin McBride, retired soon after. However, he returned to the ring in a 2020 exhibition match against Roy Jones Jr., demonstrating his retained power and stamina despite his age. Jake Paul, age 27, has been actively fighting since his pro debut in 2020. His career includes wins over well-known figures like MMA stars Anderson Silva, Tyrone Woodley, Nate Diaz, and former MMA fighter Ben Askren. Although Paul experienced his first defeat on points to Tommy Fury in early 2023, he returned to form with a win against Mike Perry in July. This fight with Tyson pits Paul's recent experience and youth against Tyson's legendary status and experience from a storied boxing career.
So I have personally met and talked with Mike Tyson. The dude has a different switch, right?
Of course, Iron Mike.
Yeah, man, and that's the X factor where you could just see something switch in his brain. It's another level. Like, he's a killer. He's a killer. So if he brings that out, that's a whole nother level. So I mean, I'm also a Mike Tyson fan, so it's like, maybe you got to lean that way.
Yes, sir. Bro, big inspiration to me in my life. Very nice to meet you.
Is two-dimensional. He's going to come at you, trying to knock you out. Now, you got to try and stay away from him. Stay away from his power. I seen him working out the other day, and he throws some good combinations. So those 6-punch combinations, he has to make sure, I'm talking Jake Paul, make sure that he's not in the way of those punches, because Tyson's a real fighter.
You saw him working out the other day. He's 57 years young. He still got it. He still got it in his eyes. He still got it in the body.
Oh yeah, no, Tyson can throw a punch, he can take a punch. So, he's doing something that he's used to.
Mike Tyson, at 58, is making a stunning comeback to professional boxing with his upcoming fight against Jake Paul on November 15th, a sanctioned bout that will impact both fighters' records. Scheduled for 8 2-minute rounds, the match will take place at AT&T Stadium in Texas, with an expected crowd of 80,000 fans. Tyson, known for his explosive power and aggression, believes his strength and experience will overshadow the age difference. In an exclusive interview with TalkSport, Tyson dismissed any concerns about facing a younger opponent, stating that Paul knows what he's getting into. Emphasizing his long-standing intensity in the ring, Tyson warned, "Whoever is in that ring has a problem with me," adding that he would pursue Paul relentlessly if he attempted to evade him. Reflecting his fierce mindset, Tyson remarked that anyone stepping into the ring with him, even his mother, would face the same challenge. This intense statement reflects Tyson's commitment to making a powerful return and his belief that his legendary fighting spirit and experience could outweigh Paul's youth and recent experience.
What do you make of Jake Paul as a boxer?
He's a good little fighter, but he only has 10 fights. That's considered an amateur in our field.
A novice boxer, absolutely. And with that in mind, you are famous for saying that everybody has a plan until they get punched in the mouth. What are you anticipating when you punch this young man in the mouth?
Him running around, I have to catch him and slaughter him.
Gene Kilroy, the longtime business manager of Muhammad Ali and affectionately dubbed the Enabler by the press, has remained a close figure in boxing history, supporting Ali throughout his career and managing key aspects of his finances. Now 84, Kilroy lives in Las Vegas as the last surviving member of Ali's inner circle, once known for being by Ali's side after historic moments, such as the victory over George Foreman.
The strongest I've ever, and I know you since you're 13. I think this impressed the shit out of me. Nothing impresses me. I'm gonna tell you the truth, I don't lie. I was worried about him traveling here, traveling there. He's not getting. I can sleep now at night. This is great.
My mother died when I was 16. I wonder if she came back to life, would she know who I am?
What's that?
My mother died at 16. If she came back to life, I wonder if she recognized me.
Yeah, she would. She would.
Yeah.
Recently, Kilroy visited the gym where Mike Tyson, 58, is training for his November 15th fight against Jake Paul, who is 27. Kilroy has known Tyson since he was a teenager, and after watching Tyson train, he expressed his surprise at Tyson's impressive physical shape. "I've known you since you were 13, and I've never seen you this strong," Kilroy told Tyson. His initial concerns about Tyson's condition faded after seeing him train, leaving Kilroy confident in Tyson's ability to face the younger Paul.
Difference between wisdom and knowledge. Knowledge is knowing, wisdom is doing.
Yeah.
You know it, but I didn't know it.
Here's what I say. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow's a mystery. Now I tell people.
Today is a gift.
Listen to me.
The present.
You can have kids. They can love you, but they can f*** up. But if they respect you, they don't f*** up. Respect is everything. I don't want people to love me, respect me. And I say people get jealous of you.
When a Fox News host questioned the significant age gap between Mike Tyson and his opponent Jake Paul, Tyson, now 58, confidently dismissed any concern about speed, asserting that Paul's youth doesn't make him faster. Tyson emphasized that despite the 30-year age difference, he doesn't see Paul as having an edge in agility, given his own rigorous training and natural athleticism. Tyson added that he's unlike other people his age, highlighting his intense and consistent training regimen.
I know you're in super shape. You're going into this fight. You're nearly twice as old as this guy. Is that an advantage for him? Younger, faster. Although you look, you looked like you were on your A game in the video. I mean, do you feel? Yeah.
I don't think he's faster than me.
Right. How hard are you training?
I train every day.
Okay, how many hours a day are you training?
I take it serious, listen. Well, listen, it's the whole day. The process goes through the whole day. I think it's, he's came a long way from YouTubing. And listen, I seen a YouTube of him at 16 doing weird dances. That's not the guy I'm going to be fighting. This guy's going to come, he's going to try to hurt me, which I'm accustomed to, and he's going to be greatly mistaken.
Let's talk about, there's been a lot of rumors out there about the fight that maybe you're going to have 18-ounce gloves, you're going to be wearing headgear. Any truth to any of that?
No, not true at all. Not true. Not true. No true. Listen, this is called an exhibition.
Joe Rogan recently weighed in on the upcoming fight between Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, calling Tyson terrifying despite his age and highlighting his fierce mentality. According to Rogan, Tyson's preparation has reached an intense level, with the 58-year-old reportedly adopting a raw meat diet and training regimen reminiscent of his peak fighting days. Rogan noted that Tyson seems to be tapping into his old warrior mindset, making him potentially dangerous in the ring, even against a younger opponent like Paul.
Against the Mike Tyson that beat Marvis Frazier. You ever watch that fight?
Yeah.
That's my favorite Mike Tyson fight, because that was Mike Tyson before he won the title. It was ABC Wide World of Sports, and Joe Frazier had been talking shit about Tyson, that he was in his prime, he'd beat Tyson, and so he had his son fight Tyson, and it was an execution. It was an execution.
Is that the one in Atlantic City where it lasted one round?
One round. Hey, let's watch it, because it's one of my favorite fights to watch Tyson, because it's Tyson in his prime where he was terrifying. He was so fast, and he would do angles, and he was bobbing and weaving. You couldn't hit him, and he was just coming at you.
However, Rogan also had praise for Jake Paul, recognizing him as a legitimate boxer despite his origins as a YouTuber. Rogan acknowledged Paul's accomplishments in boxing, including victories over notable athletes, and argued that people might view Paul differently if he weren't already a public figure from social media. This respect for both fighters underscores Rogan's view that despite Tyson's age, Paul will still face a serious challenge against the former heavyweight champion.
And he was young. He was 20 years old at the time. He couldn't be stopped. No one had the solution. And I submit that Mike Tyson, the Mike Tyson that won the title against Trevor Berbick, the Mike Tyson that beat Larry Holmes, I think that Mike Tyson is the best heavyweight of all time. I don't think anybody with him. It just, he didn't maintain that form, and he wound up losing to Buster Douglas. And I look at fighters when they're in their absolute prime. Like, what have you ever seen that was better than this? And with Mike Tyson, I've never seen anybody better. I've never seen any fighter, even Ali in his prime, even Ali when he was Cassius Clay. I never saw anybody who looked like Mike Tyson in his prime.
Mike Tyson has often spoken about the importance of handling defeat gracefully. To Tyson, experiencing loss doesn't equate to being a loser. In his view, defeat is a natural part of personal growth and the journey to success. He believes that embracing losses as part of life can make one mentally tougher and better equipped for future challenges.
You think that's what's missing in the game with the fighters today, is that it's all physical and it's not enough here?
It's all financially mostly, from what I see. 'Cause, it's all about, everybody wants to be a big shot, but they gotta pay the price. They have to know how to handle defeat. You have to know how to handle being humbled, and not giving up. It's so easy to give up nowadays, They got YouTube, all this stuff. If it gets so hard, I'll be a YouTuber. Yeah. That was a great fight, even though he lost here. Let's fight this guy, let's fight. Listen, this is the thing. It has nothing to do with you losing, it depends on how you lose. You lose spectacularly, hey, they're gonna always use you. Depends on how you lose. You can lose and win at the same time.
Yeah, your stock can go up.
Yeah.
Some people be like, oh, you undefeated, you don't know, you don't understand. It's like, no, I do understand.
Yes, you do understand.
I came out on top, but I took the risk, and then I had some close ones. But I also remember my last loss and how that made me feel, which made me not want to, lose again.
Tyson is a strong advocate against age-based limits in competitive sports, especially in boxing. He feels that as long as a fighter is fit and driven, age should not restrict their ambitions. In his opinion, societal constraints shouldn't dictate when someone can or cannot compete. Tyson himself exemplifies this, continuing to engage with boxing long past the age that many fighters retire, proving that passion and dedication often defy conventional timelines.
Obviously, he's beaten a lot of legends. He's beaten a lot of people who have done great things, either in boxing, formerly in boxing, but in particularly MMA. Like, how do you break down a kid like that? He's got the youth.
Well, first of all, you don't know how old you are. Somebody told you how old you are. Julius Caesar had a big ego. He wanted the extra month, so he said, I'm gonna create July. So how old are you? These people are creating months and years to make people a certain particular age. You really don't know how old you are. You don't know how old. I don't know how old I am.
That inside fighting, Mike, with those hands. Woo.
Oh man,
I'm excited. I can't wait to watch it.
I'm going straight through him.
Woo.
He won't have to wait. He don't have to find me. All the running I'm gonna do is right at him. He ain't gotta worry about finding me.
Worried about fighting.
Well, the world will be watching as I will be watching. Make sure you tune in November 15th. Mike Tyson taking on Jake Paul, live from Arlington, Texas.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Come on.
We out.
Mike Tyson is celebrated not only for his ferocity in the ring, but also for his strategic brilliance and refined skills. Known for his unique peekaboo fighting style, Tyson mastered the art of evasion and counterattack, moving his head to slip punches while positioning himself to strike with power. His approach involves a low crouching stance, which allows him to duck under opponents' punches and close distance quickly.
I watched your workout on that punch bag. Now, you're in enormous physique, but everything seems to spring from your legs and your stomach. Is that true?
Yeah, I just punch with snap, my shoulders and my legs. And they're bringing the punches together with accurate and precision.
You see, you tend to me to come up under people.
No, because you misinterpret it, because the object of the game is like when I hit the punch, boom, boom, and then I twist it, and boom, and I'm at the side where you can't hit me. Like if you expect me to be here and you're throwing punches here, you're throwing punches here, but I'm here already, and I'm perhaps gonna hit you already a couple of times. Then you're interpreting that I'm jumping in the air and I'm going boom, but I'm punching at me. It's bing, bing.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get the point.
You're an offensive fighter. What are you looking to do?
I'm used to have the guy throw punches. They have my hands. I'm having to throw punches so I can count. Like when you move, I can move uppercut with him. I'll throw right hand. That whole thing, you can't do nothing. The guy's both standing. You have to make something happen. Wait for him to do something so you can counter the punch.
One of the things you've done great during your career is cut off the ring. Now, give me an example of cutting off the ring.
Normally, the fighter going this way. This boom. Boom.
And then how do you punch off of that?
Huh?
And how do you set up your offense?
Normally, I'm jabbing.
Right.
I'm jabbing. When you're jabbing, the guy goes boom, boom, and he runs into the punch.
Took that pretty good, didn't I?
Former heavyweight champion Shannon Briggs has frequently expressed admiration for Tyson's boxing prowess. Briggs particularly highlights Tyson's versatility, noting that his ability to throw powerful punches from both sides of the body makes him a highly unpredictable fighter. This attribute has always kept Tyson's opponents on edge, unsure of where the next strike might come from, and has contributed significantly to his legendary status in the sport.
There's got to be one thing that really separates him from the pack as boxers, not from fans.
I mean, just speed for us. If somebody's so fast that when you go to punch and they beat you to the punch, or it's dangerous. And he was just ferocious. I think a lot of times too, the fear factor going into a fight with a guy like that, nobody has seen a guy like that to that point. Here he was, he not really fighting left-handed. He going both ways. You know what I'm saying? He was squaring up. He was doing things that you really it's hard to train for. So he was just so dangerous.
That's why I'm gonna beat you. I'm gonna beat you with speed.
Nice left hook. Up. Was good for today. Yeah. Actually. You sure? Yeah. Yes. You sure? Yeah. Absolutely. Yes. You sure? Yeah. With me too, right? Let's do this. You did great. We're done. You sure? Yes. Trust me. I got a lot in me. Let's work, boy. Let's get started.
As excitement builds for the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson, Paul has added an unusual twist. He offered Tyson a $5 million bonus if he could last beyond the 4th round, but if Tyson doesn't, he'll have to get an I Love Jake Paul tattoo. While this playful wager has heightened anticipation for fans, it has also raised legal concerns over whether the bet might affect the fight's integrity, with critics suggesting it might discourage Tyson from seeking an early knockout.
I have no standing now. I don't gotta pay Mike. I don't gotta go get the tattoo. I don't have to film it. I don't have to talk to you guys about it. And I'm feeling something. I'm just wondering if you guys are. I mean, this is very effective. Hey, they're gonna forget about what you do. They're gonna forget about what you say. They're not gonna forget how you made them feel. This was a very effective thing.
Legal experts and sports regulators have voiced concerns about Paul's bet, suggesting it could undermine the fight's fairness. Canadian lawyer Eric McGracken pointed out that such a wager could influence Tyson's tactics, leading him to prolong the fight rather than pursue an early victory. This has prompted calls for the Texas Department of Licensing and Regulation to intervene to ensure the bout remains genuine and untainted by financial side bets.
8 minutes. Jake Paul has $5 million that says the most ferocious boxer of all time cannot stay with him for 8 minutes. Nate Diaz stayed with him, and those were 3-minute rounds, weren't they? They did all 8 of them, 24 minutes. Tyson Fury's little brother, Will, he went with him. He even found a way to win. I believe that was 8 rounds. I could be wrong though, when it was 10.
Jake Paul, often viewed as a YouTube personality dabbling in boxing, is determined to show his skill and toughness in the ring. He wants to prove his critics wrong and demonstrate that he's capable of holding his own against legends like Tyson. Paul views this fight as a chance to redefine himself in the public eye, shedding his social media image and establishing his credentials as a serious fighter.
I like to have fun. I've always been the class clown, but I'm a killer. This is what I was bred to do. This is my destiny. On November 15th, I will stop him and become the face of boxing. And whether people hate that or love it, they're gonna have to accept it, because I was born to do this, and I will be world champion, and I will go down in the Boxing Hall of Fame as one of the greatest to ever do this sport.
Despite his bravado, Jake Paul has openly admitted that facing a boxing legend like Tyson makes him nervous.
Yeah, man, he's looking really, really good. I'm definitely a little bit crazy, and I'm definitely a little bit scared. This is the toughest fight I've had to date against the most experienced opponent. It's at heavyweight, and Tyson's dropping people in sparring. He looks the best shape and the strongest he's ever been, is what his coaches are saying. And so I know on November 15th it's going to be a war, but I just plan on outboxing him and showing the world what I'm capable of, and coming alive in the moment and knocking out one of the best to ever do it.
He is the best ever, but also he's getting on a little bit. And do you lose if you win?
Yeah, no, a lot of people are, wondering, Jake, why are you doing this? Like, even if you beat him, they're gonna say, oh, he was old or whatever. But to me, Mike Tyson wanted to fight me. That is an honor. He's one of the most famous boxers in the world to ever do it. Him, Muhammad Ali. And To step in there with someone of his nature is an honor. It's a dream come true, and it's going to be a spectacle on Netflix. 700 million people, you know, Dallas, Texas, AT&T Stadium. You know, it's going to be one of the most entertaining nights the sport has ever seen.
While Paul embraces the challenge, he has acknowledged Tyson's formidable reputation, which makes this match an intimidating prospect. His respect for Tyson's career and impact on boxing history fuels both his excitement and trepidation as he prepares for the bout.
Mike, I really want to see, bro, because you're Iron Mike Tyson, but I have an iron chin. People know that. Like, I take shots, so I think people are underestimating me being able to deal with his power. I am biting off a lot. This is definitely the toughest, most savage, lethal opponent, regardless of age, because the power is the last thing to go.
No nerves in you at all about this?
No, not at all. I literally can't wait to look across the ring and see him and give him a f***ing death stare.
Paul believes that a victory over Mike Tyson could establish him as one of boxing's top names. In his view, defeating a fighter as iconic as Tyson would be a historic accomplishment, elevating his standing and potentially making him the king of boxing. For Paul, this fight isn't just another match. It's an opportunity to secure respect and legitimacy in the boxing world, making it a pivotal moment in his career.
Now, y'all know Jake Paul and Mike Tyson supposed to fight November 15th. My thing is about this fight, I just hope Jake Paul don't win. Because you let Jake Paul win, this man will never live this down. Like, if this man win, this man actually gonna be calling himself the king of boxing. All because he knocked out an old Mike Tyson. But like I said, I just hope he don't win. Now, if Mike Tyson win, that's good. That just showing everybody that he still got it. But if he go out there and lose to Jake Paul, oh God. We is not going to hear the last of it. But by the looks of it, Mike Tyson is taking this fight serious. That's what I need for him to take it serious, because I want him to knock Jake Paul out. Like, when I mean out, I mean night-night. Like, go to sleep, not waking up type shit. And if I'm being honest, I'm just afraid. Because we all know Mike Tyson still got that dog in him. But one thing I am going to do, I am going to put some respect on Jake Paul's name. Because he is a good fighter. It's just I don't want him to win.
This match pits the legendary former heavyweight champion Mike Tyson against the younger, social media-born boxer Jake Paul, making it more than just a fight. Tyson brings decades of experience and raw power, while Paul has been rapidly rising through the boxing ranks, challenging experienced fighters and MMA stars. The generational clash adds intrigue as fans wonder how Tyson's iconic skill and strength will match up against Paul's unorthodox, yet determined style.
Just announced, Mike Tyson and Jake Paul are going to have a boxing match. Who's in more danger? Is it Jake Paul or Mike Tyson? Mike Tyson's almost 6 years old, but we've seen his destructive power. Jake, I know you chased the bag, but my guy, I'm pleading with you, please be safe. This is crazy. I'm buying this picture. I'm gonna watch this. There's no way I'm not gonna watch this. I want to see Mike Tyson and Jake get after the contract is signed. Mike Tyson just said it. And if you guys don't know who Mike Tyson is, go look up his highlights from the 80s, 90s, and early 2000s. Look at his highlights of him boxing and just practicing in the last 2 or 3 years. How much would it take to get you in that ring to last one round, let alone a full match? Jake Paul, bro, this is entertaining. I gotta say, influencer boxing is saving boxing in my opinion because it's keeping us excited. I love this, man. Mike, I think you're not in danger at all, but Jake Paul's nothing to sleep on. He's a pretty good boxer, man.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.